Okay, it's official. The U.S. intelligence community cannot rule out extraterrestrial aircraft in more than 140 UFO sightings over the past 2 decades. For the first time in 50 years, the U.S. government is releasing an unclassified report on UFO sightings. And not much has been ruled out. The report indicated 5 key areas on how to explain the phenomenon: airborne clutter, natural occurrence, classified U.S. technology, secret technology developed by enemies such as China, and finally the catch-all other category, which I think means aliens. Joining me now to analyze today's report, Jeremy Corbell, filmmaker and editor of Extraordinary Events. Jeremy, I think I have 3 minutes with you, and I've got so many questions to get to here. We're gonna have to talk for an hour on a podcast. To tell me that they're not going to rule out aliens, that's a little bit of a nothing burger to me, isn't it? I mean, what is this, Jeremy? There's so many different things it could be.
Look, I'm highly encouraged by this report. This is a sea change with how the government is treating the topic. It used to be something that was ridiculed, and it was something that wasn't studied scientifically. This report calls for proper R&D. This report calls for proper studying. What we really need is we need a project on the scale and scope of the Manhattan Project to look at the UFO mystery and phenomenon. Can
I push back a little bit here, Jeremy, and be skeptical? Because the government has invested in this idea in the past. I mean, they had Project Blue Book back in, the 60s maybe, from the Air Force, where they looked into UFO occurrences. We've got whatever's going on at Area 51. We've got obviously a big military-industrial complex. So I don't think they've ignored this issue. So now the suspicious question is, why now? Why are we hearing so much about it right now? And if I'm being suspicious, Jeremy, and I'm not getting to a conclusion, but if I'm being suspicious, it's like, are you distracting me from something else?
So, look, why it's being looked at now is because it's right in front of your face. We have corroborative sensor data. You don't just have pilots seeing this. You have radar, like I released. You have FLIR, forward-looking infrared, and you have pilot testimony. The reason it's being taken seriously is it is a serious subject, and it's time that we remove the ridicule and the stigma. And no, this is not a distraction.
Not a distraction.
There's much better distractions.
Oh, really? I don't know. It's a pretty big one. The only thing better would be telling us it is aliens, and we'd have nothing else to talk about. I think it's a pretty effective distraction. But I'm not saying that's what it is, Jeremy, because I agree with you.
The report says we need to study it.
And I agree with you. It's a serious subject, not one for ridicule. So let's leave this last question. It's the biggest. I'm sorry, Jeremy. If you were placing, I know it's going to be total speculation, but extraterrestrial, foreign power technology, our advanced technology picking up something that might have always been there, but now perhaps our technology is seeing it, or I don't know. At the risk of being Don Lemon and talking about black holes on television, is it like maybe, time-space issues? Is it from another dimension? Maybe not extraterrestrial, but from this Earth from another time. What is it, man?
The scientific method is that all options are on the table until they can be properly removed, and we're not there yet.
Can't remove one of them.
Well, I think we can remove domestic foreign powers, but that's to be seen.
Okay, you're right. That seems to be the one the government is suggesting. We know of no such technology domestically or internationally. So that one might be actually
domestic or foreign,
the least likely. Okay, I do take it seriously. I do hope to talk to you in a bigger forum, a longer forum, because I am genuinely curious about what I agree is a very serious issue. Thanks, Jeremy.
Thank you for talking about it.
You bet.